Hello everybody, my name is Dita and today I had an interesting request. A real estate brand asked me to do SEO for them and they just have a simple Claude landing page. So what I did in this process, by talking to Claude and connecting to PostKing, I switched their simple Claude page into an SEO-able, generating blogs, generating site pages for high intent. I hope you enjoy what I cooked in the video. So here we have a brand that has like a landing page that they made with Claude, and it's a pretty cute looking landing page, but it doesn't have any kind of SEO or GEO optimization, right? So if someone lands here, they have a great time maybe reaching out and starting to do business with Freedom Offers. But before they do that, there's no way to really discover them. So I'm going to show you really quick how we can take this landing page, move it to PostKing together through Claude or through the UI, and get it ranking on Google search engines and most importantly the LLMs. So let's get on to it. I will do the onboarding from the backend. So we just go to landing pages out here. And first we will import this page. So let's just fetch it and let's call it Freedom Offers LP. So that's just the landing page. And this imports all of the assets and everything over to PostKing. It's already here. So it founded them from the markup, different links. And let's just do let's just look what it grabbed. Okay, so it will show on a new tab right now because it's just on a preview. And so here's the real one and here's the get 'em one. So it looks pretty legit, a little bit more bolded there, but that's not a big problem. And so great. So now let's just go to the SEO command center. And I've already gotten the keywords for Freedom Offers. But if you come here, you just add competitors. So these are some of the competitors that kind of map the competitive landscape for Freedom Offers. They do similar things. And if we look here, there's about 768 relevant keywords. And we can see the volume for each of these keywords and the intent. Is it transactional, informational, educational, or navigational? So these are all in here. And we can see that some of them might have a geo tag. So this one is sell my house in San Antonio, which is really very relevant because this business is focused in Texas, California, and parts of Tennessee. And so these are all highly intentional and highly basically volume with like reasonably good keyword difficulty to rank. And I think this business will not have problems ranking on these. So next, all of these, they just got clustered. If you can see here, they're already clustered into clusters, and each one of these clusters has some deliverables, right? So it clusters the keywords that are similar together. So we can see here how to sell the house fast. This is a big cluster with 55,000 requests and searches every single month. So it's pretty important. And here we can see that PostKing pretty much figured out that we need a pillar article, and then it has like links to spokes, and these are the spokes of this blog. So these are smaller blog articles that kind of bleed into it. And then finally, these are the landing pages that we will have specially for homeowners, estate executives, ears, property investors. So that will mean that we will take this landing page and PostKing is going to make it special for these kind of ICP. So for the ears, for the homeowners, and so on, and that will rank us higher and will bring us more relevant results because someone might be searching specifically for a type of keyword, which is like property investors, for example. So great. So we have this one, then we have the second here. It's quite similar, and we can do this all through the UI, but we can also just go here and I can ask Claude, since it's connected to my PostKing for this brand. So I will ask it. Oh, let me turn my whisper flow. For my brand Freedom Offers, we have a few clusters. Can you pick the top 3 clusters that you think are highly relevant for this brand to generate briefs for first? So Claude now has integration with PostKing MCP, and it can do anything that PostKing can do through the UI. Okay, so I think it understood. And here we have the sell your house for cash quickly. This is highest relevance, 13 keywords, selling your house quickly and efficiently. And then third, cash home buyers, fast, fair, and private sales. So I think we should go with the first one, and then see, it says I skipped the city-specific clusters, which are also very interesting. But let's just ask it. Can you tell me which cities, city-specific clusters are out there? Just list them for me. Because I was just curious, what kind of cities did we target? That's also very interesting. Okay, so we have Fort Worth, North Texas, Texas, Dallas, Houston, Tampa, Florida, Orlando, San Antonio. So I've seen that some of them have kind of like sneaked out here, and I think we might want to get rid of them. But a lot of them are within the the the, the geographical areas that we said that we want. Okay. Okay, which one of these are not in Texas, California, or Nashville? My US geography might be off, so I can always rely on Claude to kind of let me know. Awesome. So this is Florida, and actually the client told me that they will do it later. They might enter there. So that's the next one after these ones. So I'm just going to leave them for now. And let's just generate the briefs for this keyword, okay? So let's say, can you start the generation of briefs for the number one keyword, sell your house for cash quickly? So we see that it took a few minutes to gather all the data I needed for this brief, and it has generated the full 5 briefs. These are all each here. I will just show them how they look in the screen here. So these 2 are blog articles, and these 3 are like separate landing pages. And if we look here, for example, this is Sell My House for Cash, the complete seller's playbook. It's like a pillar guide that connects to other spokes, like hub and spoke kind of architecture that Google and other search engines love. And if we can see here, it has kind of created a table of contents, key takeaways, and each section like has a outline. And one thing that I really like is that it goes in and tries to get facts from reputable sources, so we can quote these as we are doing the generation. So then this gets us quoted by LLMs because it actually has some meat instead of just being kind of like a empty article. And here's all the other sources it consulted. And in the end, there's also a call to action on the blog because we want to move the user journey from like reading, understanding we're an authority, all the way to exploring a specific landing page that meets their ICP, and then hopefully buying or reaching out to us in this case. Great, so we have this one, and let's see what the others. So this is like a landing, special landing page, and the slug here, the URL is going to be sell my house for cash for estate executors. So there's a lot of search volume on that, and it has like an outline, what's the angle, they need a quiet, certain stale, not a months of listing showing repair demands, and so it kind of like talks to those people. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's generate one of each. Okay, so this one is a smaller blog, and then this other one is a bigger blog. Okay, so let's do the smaller one, and we can talk to how to sell your home fast for cash, the full process. Awesome. So can you do the blog, the second blog, how to sell your home fast for cash, and then do the landing page, sell my home for cash for homeowners? Generate both of these. Okay, so we can see that the landing page is already complete and the blog article is finishing up in the final polish. So let's try to see if we refresh here. We have here the draft of the landing page, and we can vibe edit it, or here, let's just preview it and see what's going on. So this one is for cash for homeowners. Fair cash offer, 24 hours, no listing, no showing, no commission, sell your house fast for cash on the closing. So this is like targeting for a direct buyer for cash for homeowners, not a broker, any house, any condition, distressed property. So this makes a landing page exactly for this customer profile. And this one sits at / sell my house. So when we put it to the domain, it will be something like this / this one. And it will also be linking to the main homepage, and different articles that are talking about this ICP will try to guide the user directly here. Okay, so now we also have the blog article landed. we can see this how it looks. So if you can see, it kind of leads quite with facts. So like well researched, with links, everything's kind of charted. Here, let's do a preview here. I think we should be able to see it. Okay, good job, Joanna. And yeah, so there's a quick overview and key takeaways. Yeah, so here it just goes in and explains the different situations, equity threshold, life events, and it explains like in depth what you should do, when you should do it, and so on. What is the process? And it walks you through everything, the tables, explanation, and all the things that kind of concern someone who is at this journey at this point. Okay, so next we might want to add a bit of a header image here. So home for cash, let's say we do something like that, and let's just see what kind of images we get. Okay, we get some stock images out here. We can use either of them, and I think down here we will have even more results, right? So this one looks cool. There's someone there with a house. Okay, I think this one really nails it. So let's just use this one instead. Okay, we can save this one. We'll find an author. Okay, let's try to add an author. We can generate one really quick. Marcus Chang, property transactions, nuanced, motivation, sellers. Looks like a trustworthy guy, right? Great, so let's go back and we'll do Marcus out here. Great, so we have Marcus Chang and we have the article here, and that's really great. Now let's just go and ask Claude really quick, what other briefs are there to generate? And then next, all that's left is we can connect this with their existing website, and it's going to show up after they change the DNSs. And then we can schedule after we do, so that we get like 3 well-researched, well-targeted blogs a week. Okay, awesome. Let's do all of them. Okay, awesome. So a few minutes later, everything is completed. And if you click here, we should have 5 results. So 3 site pages, cash for homeowners, estate executors, property investors, and then 2 blog articles. And one of them we picked a header image for, and the second one we didn't. But if you can see, this one is also well researched, everything fitting all the SEO and GEO guidelines. And we can maybe just go ahead and yeah, like find something in the web, house for cash. These are the stock images. Then we can search for more real images out here. And I like this. Okay, we can use this one. And here, if we can see, it has the private, like a direct CTA to lead the user to sell. So yeah, that's it. This also handles internal linking once we set it live, and links all of these as guides at the front page and within each other. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Follow me for more content on growth hacking and on my journey as an indie maker. Have a great rest of the week.